of Bangladesh is home to a small fishing community known as Cox's Bazar. It is a well-known fishing port on the Bay of Bengal, as being the home of the world's largest unbroken strip of sandy sea beach. It was here and in the surrounding areas that thousands of Bangladeshi Muslims, angered by a Facebook photo of a burned Quran, recently went on a rampage, setting fire to around 40 homes and 10 Buddhist temples before authorities were able to restore peace. Cox's Bazar Police Chief Nijibul Islam reports that as many as 20 people were also injured in the attacks after the picture was tagged on a Facebook page belonging to an unnamed Buddhist boy who insists that he is not the person who posted the picture. The family of the boy was escorted to safety, although the boy's parents had been detained pending an investigation. The profile associated with the picture has since been removed. A bipolar Christian fundamentalist mother allegedly stuffed pages from the Bible into her 6-week-old daughter. 41-year-old Julia Lovemore then reportedly doused little Faith with white spirit and started jumping up and down on her child's body. Meanwhile, her 39-year-old husband David was having a psychotic episode and prayed frantically for the devil to leave his wife's body. British health workers were already aware that the family was unstable because the religious fanatic had already tried a few years ago to smother another child for crying too much. However, even if they were keeping a close eye on the Lovemores, it wasn't close enough. 2 workers witnessed the husband's psychotic episode. They heard him pray for his wife. They heard Julia Lovemore call from downstairs, but they left the house to reportedly arrange for a formal assessment of the family. An hour later, David Lovemore was bringing his dead baby into a local healthcare center, along with his older daughter who was critically ill after also being doused with white spirit. According to Mrs. Lovemore's aunt, her niece was turning into a religious fanatic and had started distancing herself from her family and called them heathens. Becoming concerned over what she called her niece's religious fervor, she called the authorities. A recent report into the case blames the local county council, the local police, and the National Health Service for spending too much time trying to determine if the parents' extreme religious views were signs of being unbalanced, instead of looking into the safety of the children. It also suggests that there was a failure to collectively recognize the extent to which this family were a risk to their children once they were mentally unwell. We have no doubt that the professionals working with the Lovemores wanted to help them and were really concerned about the health of both parents. However, it is evident that significant systems and processes were not adequately in place, and as a result, Mrs. Lovemore and her children were allowed to slip through the safety net of care. Recent poll data gathered by 60 Minutes and Vanity Fair found that 70% of Americans think that Scientology is not a true religion. The data also indicates that 13% of the U.S. population thinks otherwise. Scientology is popular among Hollywood celebrities, including Tom Cruise and John Travolta, but is generally rejected by most people as a form of UFO conspiracy. Incorporated in 1953, the Church of Scientology was created by the late L. Ron Hubbard, a science fiction writer who thought that humans were immortal beings that have forgotten their true nature. According to Scientology, Xenu, the tyrant ruler of the Galactic Confederacy, brought billions of humans to Earth 75 million years ago in a spacecraft that resembles 1950s-era DC-8s. Xenu then stacked up these transports around volcanoes and detonated hydrogen bombs beneath them. Alien thetans then clustered together and stuck to the bodies of the living and have remained there ever since. The Church of Scientology rakes in an estimated $500 million annually and has been criticized as being nothing but a commercial enterprise. In 1979, several church members were convicted for Operation Snow White, which was at that time the largest theft of government documents in U.S. history. Other grievous acts include espionage in Canada and tampering with witnesses in France. The poll data indicates just how tolerant the American people are towards even the wackiest of religious ideas.
Atheist Roundtable, a gathering place for rational people.
Funny pictures and videos.
Profound atheist quotes.
The religious going crazy.
The latest news.
World domination.
Casual discussions.
Baby eating.
The ultimate forum for a lively dialogue. Come join the fun at atheistroundtable.com.